Hello, Miss Manisha. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing really good, ma'am. How are you?
I'm very well. Pleasure to see you, and you're looking very pretty.
Thank you. Thanks for the compliment. And you too. You're also too pretty.
No, you're really looking nice. And tell me,
Thank you.
is your child enjoying Podar prep?
Yes, she's really enjoying, and as a parent, I really find the curriculum very interesting. To be very frank, when I just came to know that teachers starting the alphabets with SATPN, I was really wondered like what's really going on, like what is this pattern SATPN? But as the time progressing, I totally understood like they are learning the symphonics, so-called symphonics, and they are able to construct a word from that symphonic. And the
Exactly.
I think the total curriculum is very different and very interesting. Even my child, she's finding really interesting, and she's trying to sing the I mean like trying to sing the rhymes which are taught at
Right.
school, sim and smiley and so on. So I
Right.
feel like she's really happy, and she's really happy to visit the school, attend the school on a daily basis. I mean, like, she's not crying or she's not throwing any tantrums or such. So she's really happy to attend the school. That is it what matters at the end of the day. Like the child should be happy to attend the school. So yeah, she's
Very
very
well
happy, ma'am.
said, ma'am. Very well said. And I'm so happy that you've understood how we are different, because the traditional education system has been ingrained since so long in parents that parents will ABCD to ABCD hota hai, aap SATPN kyun sikhate ho, and all that. That why are you teaching it in this particular format? So it's very important to understand that Podar Prep does things very scientifically and
Yes.
very much in line with the new education policy. And I'm so happy that you are now supporting us in that. Pleasure to have parents like you. So tell me, you
Thank you.
had a
Thank you.
parenting query?
Yes, ma'am. Like my baby now and then she asks like how she came into this world. Like when she tries to catch some pictures of her, like when she was young and when I was carrying her. Like very recently, she came across a picture like where I had this baby bump, and she asked me like how the
Ha.
babies are really made and how they are born. So like I just want to know in a very subtle way like how to answer those kind of questions. I mean, like how to address those kind of questions. I mean, like things should be more scientific, but unnecessary things need to be clubbed. I mean, like those things are not really required to the children. But we can't just answer to them in a really harsh manner, because it really hurts them and they don't come up with the questions later. So like any parenting tip for this,
Exactly.
ma'am?
You have understood the issue very well. Very rightly said that you cannot ignore it and you cannot reply to them in a harsh manner, because then they will not come to you.
Yes.
Asking about how I was born is the first step or the first question that your child is taking for sex education. And when you turn away your child for that, your child will never ask you questions based on this and will then get information from the net or from strangers. So that's a very
Yes.
right thing you are saying, that you must always answer questions raised by children. Number one, very importantly, experts say that if a child asks you a question, it means the child is ready to hear the answer. Now, the answer that we give to children needs to be age appropriate. So, for example, if it was a 12 or 13-year-old child who was asking me how a baby is born, then I would give this child a scientific explanation. But if it is a 3-year-old who's asking me how was I born, I would just say you came from the hospital. And then they will say, but how did I reach that hospital? Then I have to say very simply, mummy gave birth to you. That's it. Keep it very simple and to the point, and wait for the child to ask the next question. Don't bombard the child with too much of information about male and female and all that. If children ask you questions, accept those questions and answer them extremely simply put, so that they are sometimes ready for only that much of information. For example, there was this child who constantly kept asking, where is God? And mother was giving all kinds of answers, and the child was still kept on asking, where is God? But where is God? So then we tried to teach this parent the other way, which is called flip the question. Flip the question means ask the child, where do you think God is? And sometimes children want to give you their answer, but they don't know how to start that conversation. So they ask you questions. So sometimes when you are lost and you don't know what answer to give them, flip the question. And maybe a conversation will go some other way. So it's very important, A, stick to basic facts, as basic as possible. Don't try to give too many long explanations. Wait for their next question. And if you are confused or anything, flip the question and see what is the child thinking about that question.
Sure. Got
I
it.
hope this works for you. Do try
Yeah,
it.
yeah. This is really helpful, and it's like getting answers from them and trying to get the information like what they really understood is important. So we can just try to guide them in the same direction, or we can just try to divert them if they're in the wrong direction. Got
Absolutely, absolutely. Do use this and let me know whether it worked or not.
Sure, I'll definitely let you know if I get a chance to meet you again. It would be my pleasure actually.
Absolutely.
I'll definitely let you know.
Absolutely. If you're ever in Mumbai, let us know. And next time I'm in Hyderabad, I will definitely ensure that I come to the school and meet you.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. That would be a pleasure. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Bye. Thank you.